that skillet good and greasy all the time, time, time. Keep that skillet good and greasy all the time.
Hello and welcome to Food Notes number 31. And what are we going to cook today, Jens?
Well, 31 is actually bonus. We wanted to stop at 30, but we keep on going. And we have so many recipes we want to share with you. And we thought last time was kind of exotic, you know, with the couscous and all that. But we thought this time we make something really German, something we grew up with, right? So it's, what do you call it actually? It's a German style hamburger patty. You know, we call it Buletten or a Klopse. Yeah, you know, something like that. And we're gonna have fried potatoes and sauerkraut. And I think Melissa's gonna have a beer with that, maybe. We'll see.
So for our ingredients today, we start with a
Medium-sized dog.
Medium-sized dog. We need that to taste. No, to be serious. Couple of eggs.
Very serious.
Yeah, couple of eggs. Because we got 2 pounds of beef, nice grass-fed beef that we have, chuck beef. Then we have a pound and a half of sauerkraut that we're going to use as a side. A bunch of parsley, a couple of onions.
I cooked some potatoes last night, so they're already cooked. So we got some ghee. Clarified butter, you know, to fry it. We need some pepper. We have a few little spices. We have some ground cloves and a little bit of sage, and of course salt. What is this, Uwe?
Those are breadcrumbs that we're going to put in the patties, in our beef patties.
So this is about as German as it gets, right?
And of course we're going to have some mustard with that.
Yes, and a banjo. So you want to start off with playing a song?
No.
First
work.
Okay, what do you want to start off with?
I think Jens, you want to chop the parsley, and I'm going to peel some of the potatoes, and that way we can start getting.
But you love chopping parsley. You said you really love that.
Okay, then I'll do the parsley and you do the potatoes.
I do the onions. How about that?
You do the onions.
I think
This parsley is already washed, and. We're going to need a lot of parsley. We're going to put some parsley in the beef, and some of that parsley is going to go into the potatoes as well. So a bunch for people is going to be just a good amount, I think. And I'm pretty much going to use most of it. I'm just going to throw away just the very split stems because they seem to be sometimes a little
But this is a little different part than we used to have at home, right? I mean, it's a different species, right?
Well, this is Italian parsley. It's a little bit more pungent. We used to have these the folded leaf kind of parsley that has.
But it smells the same, pretty much. Right?
Well, yeah, not really. Yeah,
so let's cut the onions.
Okay.
I had people writing me telling me I should sharpen my knives, and I said, my knives are sharp. This was Uwe's knife.
Yeah, right.
Didn't we have fun with Joel and Jody last week?
That was a great show.
You know, I really enjoyed the show with Jody. But they never want to come back. They said no, they didn't feel like
They were not comfortable.
No, they were not so comfortable, I think. But they did a great job, you know. Considering that they both have never cooked in their life. You know?
Joel does some cooking, you know.
I'm just kidding.
And I'm absolutely positive that Jody runs the grill once in a while too, right?
No,
No?
that's me.
Oh.
That's you?
That is me.
I think in the South, all men would run the grill.
Jody is an exception. I think he can make a grilled cheese.
He can what?
He can make a grilled cheese,
Well, at
maybe.
least he wouldn't starve, right?
No, he would go to Wendy's or something.
What do you think? Is this okay with the onions?
Yeah.
I think onions are cool.
Well, see, the thing about it is you don't want the onions to be too small for those patties because you don't want them to be cooked all the way.
Yes.
So those patties, the onions in America we put the onions on top of the burger. In Germany we put the onions inside of the burger.
Yes.
You know, it's just a little different thing.
And we grew up, you know, liking raw onions. You know, raw onions is something wonderful. We love them, and that's why we also have them in the. It's good for the breath. You know, when you go to the post office or you go to, and you take a handful of onions and you go in there and say, "Oh, I like to send this letter to Europe."
And when you breathe on somebody and you ask them, what did I eat? And the first answer is usually, well, you ate some onions. And then, no, what did I eat? Well, give me another. And you go, you say, okay, you ate garlic. I said, nope. Okay, then tell me, what did you have? Strawberries?
But raw onions is a regular food in Germany. I don't see it in America as much. You know, people eating raw onions.
Oh,
Do they?
a lot of people eat, yeah, especially the videla. You know, the sweet. Really
Yes,
sweet,
but you know, we
enjoy
like the little nasty ones. You know, our mother would eat, you know, onions like apples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why she only had 2 sons.
Yes, Uwe. How's that?
Perfect.
So you're peeling and cutting the potato.
Yeah.
Don't cut them too small. You know.
Oh, I like a few of them small, so they fall to bits and pieces, and then they sort of add to the crumble in the ghee, the crumble ghee. Oh, some of them have black spots, so we gotta. Yeah, anyway. But I cooked some extra potatoes because Melissa likes potatoes.
That's right.
Right? You like potatoes?
I love potatoes.
Next week we'll do something with rice, I think.
Why?
I love
Just
rice.
to not have potatoes again.
I could eat potatoes, you know,
Every day.
every day.
So I'm preparing the potatoes so that we can just put them on the stove. I add just a good tablespoon of clarified butter. Then I use a little bit of this parsley.
Not much. Huh?
Well, it
You
really.
want me to put it on there?
And wait a second. Let me just finish it.
Yes, salt.
Not too careful with the salt. Potatoes really love salt.
You want some pepper now?
No. So this is about. Yeah.
2 tablespoons.
A good tablespoon.
Perfect.
Okay, so we got time to make a little play a little tune.
It starts smelling like potatoes in
Well,
here.
the potatoes are just cooking. The first couple of lines in the song are once I had a sweetheart, why she left me, I don't know. Must have been
The onions.
the onions, maybe.
What do you think?
Yeah. They- Once I had a sweetheart, and why she left me, I don't know. Wouldn't even write a letter telling why she had to go. Go and look out for another. That's so hard for me to do. They all say, be on your way, instead of sitting around and feeling blue. Love don't last forever if you're not careful all the time, and you might lose your one and only, just as fast as I lost mine. I believe that she was happy, but now I know that I was wrong. Our love is gone, I'm all alone. She left me with this old heartbroken song. If I had a sweetheart, I wouldn't worry anymore. Dreaming of a blue-eyed beauty, I would carry through the door. All my lonely nights be over, if I could find that special one. When will I find my peace of mind? When will all these lonely nights be gone? When will all my lonely nights be gone? When will I find my peace of mind? When will all these lonely nights be gone? Let me go turn the potatoes. I like to put the potatoes on a medium heat to start out with, in order not to burn them. They are full of water still, and we want to get rid of that water. That's part of the frying process. But then we really have to watch it when they get a little bit browner and drier, so for them not to burn.
Okay, now first things first, washy. You know, it's important because I'm going to mix it with my hands, and that means I really got to be careful. Really wash my hands well. And we have learned that in the last few years, I think, washing hands. All right.
I'm going to turn the potatoes quickly.
What do you say?
Yeah.
Huh? Temperature might be a little high, huh?
No, they just speak. Yeah, absolutely. These are good. They sound great.
Okay. Good.
Oh, they smell wonderful.
All right. I'm going to put the meat here in the bowl. Uwe, you're going to put some eggs in there.
Yep.
Eggs.
Couple of eggs.
And we got these bread crumbs. I'm just going to put a little bit in here, then you'll see. And we put some cloves. And with cloves, you always, I mean, we have both ruined meals with cloves, right? Because we put too much in. I just need a little bit.
Yeah.
That's already enough. And sage. Sage is just a great meat flavor. Fresh sage would be good, but actually dried sage, we had good experience, you know, just using this, you know. Sometimes, you know, it's really good to have, but we have fresh parsley. That really,
The parsley needs to go in here, all of it. You might keep a little bit for garnishing later.
yes, that's a good idea. And the onions, right?
And all the onions, yes. I'm going to put a little bit of mustard in there. That's a German thing too. Not too much, just a teaspoon.
Looks good.
And, huh?
That looks good.
Do we have the salt?
Salt, yes, it's over here with
Salt and the pepper.
that gives you a chance to, because you don't want to fry them too much.
Let's put the temperature down because they're getting really dark already.
Perfect. So
pepper. Not too sparingly. With the salt, there's a pound of meat, so you can put up to an ounce of salt in there, of course. That would be crazy. But when you buy sausage, this is about the amount of salt that's in there. So just about a half a teaspoon, I'd say. You know, that's plenty.
Because, you know, in processed foods that you buy, there's always too much salt in it. That's why they tell you not to eat it, and we've got to be careful, you know, that we don't do that in private either, you know. I know I could use, you know, my KitchenAid, you know, just to stir it up, but this actually works fine. I sort of always just close my hand, and it gives me a good banjo playing practice. Don't do it with your finger picks on, because you might lose a finger pick. I think we can put a few more breadcrumbs in here. Just to sort of more stable. Yeah, this feels good now. This is good. That's getting there. So, let's make the patties. Don't make them too big.
Well, we're going to treat them almost like smash burgers on the grill, right? You're going to put them on the grill and then you smash them down. Right?
A little bit, yeah. But in Germany, they are more like the round kind, you know, a little bit.
Well, they're going to turn like that when you cook them anyway. So. Beautiful, Jens.
They look good, eh?
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to watch it that you don't have these crevices.
Yeah, I get it.
While Jens is doing the meatballs outside, I'm going to keep an eye on my potatoes. I've turned them down a little bit so that they don't burn.
Uwe, we should also do the sauerkraut.
Yeah, the sauerkraut needs to go on too.
So do you want to play a song before we do that, or
Yeah.
you want to play a song before we put these on the grill over here?
Yeah.
Think so?
Ah. Now's also the time to put the sauerkraut on. I put a little bit of ghee in there too. Just for my grandma's sake, it would always make the sauerkraut swim in fat. But just a little bit. Okay, go.
The grill is hot. I turned it on before, and the sauerkraut. We just have to watch. Did you put it on low or high? We just have to
Medium
watch.
kind of.
Mm-hmm. It can burn really quickly.
Yes.
You know.
Always has to be burnt just a little bit, my grandma said.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So here's I think this is a long piece, is it? It was so funny, you know. A few years ago, I played some music with Alison Brown, you know, on stage at Merlefest, and she said to me, you know, when I think of Jens, I always think of double C tuning. She says, because you write all these little tunes and all these things, you know, in double C. And then I thought, wow, she's right. I actually play a lot of double C. So here's a little piece called Behind the Barn, and it's, I think, on the suite. Because it only is 20 minutes long, and then we can see, you know, no, it's not 20 minutes long. How is it looking over? There's a danger when you play music and cook it at the same time.
There's always a possibility neither of the things comes out good.
All right, let's try this away.
We should be good.
let's put these on the grill. So we can just put these on the grill here. And I don't want the grill to be too hot, really. And it's nice that I have a lid here on this. What do you think? It looks like we planned it, right?
Man, that's perfect.
Exactly 12 of them.
And that cool little griddle plate you have.
I know, it's really
That is
cool.
awesome.
So, let this be. It'll be fine. Nino smells like honey. He always has. He always smells like honey. I don't know why you smell like honey, but you smell like the most delicious honey.
He's as sweet as honey.
Yeah, he's wonderful. He's getting older, but he's just the most wonderful dog. He really is. So thankful that we have Nino. Nino's a good spirit. Good spirit he is. Just kind as it can be. Yes. So I think I'm going to turn them. Starting to get brown. And they really, you know, on this griddle, they don't need additional fat or anything. But because they're quite thick, they just need enough time. So the griddle is not too hot. And that looks really good. It smells delicious. Wonderful. They're done. They're fine. Actually, you can't see it, but this one I sort of poked in to see, looking at that they're done. I actually like my meat done. Most people like it red or so, but yeah, I like it. You probably would like it a little bit more burned on the outside and a little bit more raw on the inside, right?
Thinner.
Yeah. This is the wrong fork to put this on, but this is your plate. And actually, I think, Melissa, you're not such a big friend of sauerkraut. You want one or two?
I'll start with one.
You start with one? Okay.
Hey Uwe, what do you have in that tube?
That's not toothpaste. That's mustard. Mustard.
Yeah,
You actually can get it on Amazon. It's called Tommy is the brand, and really that completes this meal
For you.
For me. I mean, this is just a must. I got this in a care package from Switzerland.
A mustard.
Mustard. You want to try a little bit of this? You like mustard?
Sure, I love mustard.
And so just
Well,
Perfect.
you know, even it's a German meal, this is a Swiss mustard.
but it's also made in Germany as well. Tommy
Is it? Yeah, Tommy.
Hey,
Tommy
we
is
did
all
good
this.
on the meatballs. They're done. Do we dip the meatball in the
Yeah,
mustard?
yeah.
Let's try. I'm gonna want another one. Very good.
It's good. It's very German.
It's very
I know.
good.
And you don't have to try the
Meat
sauerkraut
potatoes.
because
No,
you don't.
it's for show.
It's for sure. You don't like sauerkraut, right?
No.
Oh, okay. But Uwe, how do you like everything? Is everything fine?
Absolutely
Everything
fine.
perfect. Ah, good. And how do we say in Swiss, German?
And
gut miteinander.
So we are the original hamburgers. The way they make them in Berlin. I don't know.
Yeah, but this was a real staple at our home.
Absolutely. We had this at least every couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely. You know, that was really something that, and especially the fried potatoes, because you know we would have the boiled potatoes, we would eat them with a little butter, and you know, and a little butter and salt. That's what boiled potatoes was for, and maybe some
It was a
cheese.
nice dinner, and then for the next day or the day
Next
after,
day.
we had fried potatoes.
Yeah, we always have we always have cooked potatoes in the fridge.
Absolutely.
You know.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this little show.
Yes.
And join us again for our Friday shows and for our next cooking show.
Yes, we have all kinds of things planned. We're all excited.
It's all really wonderful.
You guys take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.